I'm just gonna start making up jokes about this shit. It's funny as fuck. That's, like the look. And then when I, like go and see, like another person that I know for sure is fucking, like closet crackhead, where, like everything's like, he'll fucking scramble around and pick shit up and be like, oh, who's doing this? Like, it's like, y'all are fucking lame as fuck. Anyway, I think it's intended to give you that feeling and that interpretation. I'm really tempted to smear with it, like. Okay, so how all of this actually started is I, I'm still fucking ignorant. I need to sit my ass down, shut my mouth, and probably do some more research and actually get some ample, probably cyber support because, this stuff started before, like when I was employed, when I had shit going on, it started a long time ago. And I remember the fucking little sneaky, attack, and that actually, how would I put it, it shifted the timeline of the person of us being in love. This is how fucking bitter and crotchety fucking bitches are. And I was just like, ew. Anyway, I picked up on that shit, and yes, it was within me. It is within me to be that way. I just choose not to, because why would I want to spend all my whole life being fucking angry, bitter, and the fucking helicopter police on your actions or your love life. Anyway, so that shit happened like that, and it interfered. I assumed it was the guy that was just being a douchebag, but really it's the women that has the controls and the reins of that guy that fucking do douchebag shit like that. Anyway, and hide behind whatever the fuck it is that they hide behind. Who knows? Who cares at this point? Anyway, I got all butthurt by this dude. And I was just like, that's when I got so angry at shit, certain shit, especially with high school fucking immature fucking schoolgirl fucking passive aggressive dumb shit. That is intended to make you feel like a teenager again. Thank you, by the way, ladies. I appreciate you because you've helped me put what I believe to be true, to have the ability to resolve, dissolve, and solve bullshit like that into motion. Anyway, so I make this meme because he's hanging out with these fucking she don't like the meat, but she sure likes the bone. Anyway, I found, and and mind you, I'm anti-petty and shit like that at this time. I'm anti all of that. I got so fucking hurt and pissed off that I made a meme with this girl that he was hanging out with, that he fucking played, fiddled with my anticipation in hanging out with him that night and being my boyfriend. I got so upset. I made a meme that had her picture on it, and she kind of, you know, like she kind of had like a fucking horse face, and or you know, like she just, you know, to me, women are beautiful, but when you're, you know, I'm just getting to that point in my limit. Like, even if you were beautiful and you pulled some fucking shit like that, I'd probably find something wrong with you and say something about it. Since we're in that mood, in that season, like what? The airport hiring process. It's fudge season. Like, I'd like to think once people, like once they come to me, like, and I've seen it, it's a pattern. Once they end up taking action on fucking with me, their life is fucking toast after that. 9 times out of 10. I've seen it again and again. Toast. They do I mean, like, a lot of these motherfuckers have been doing this shit for so long. They don't have any fucking sense, you know, and they just get right back up and keep going like nothing's happening, and then they go sideways stupid fucking shit to other people and think it's okay to be a fucking closet tyrant. So, I don't know. Anyway, I made a meme where, you know, like this chick with buck tooth and fucking slapped a pink wig on her. At the time, it was like, it was not popular. And sent it to him, and it said thirsty. I can't remember what else. I'm sure I fucking had like a book long of insults because I was so like, you know, pissed off. And, you know, underneath all that fucking anger is a hurt, scared little girl. You know? Hurt, scared little girl that ends up helping you slip up for the purpose of your own resolution. Because if you're doing stupid fucking shit like that with your time and your power and your fucking energy to people that are already fucking taking themselves out for you, you definitely got good luck to you. That's what I would say. I'm just like, waste your time wasting mine. Anyway, this meme with thirsty on it, you know, like, actually it ended up being a message for me for when I was done being a petty, bitter bitch and not in that energy anymore. And there's a book called The Artist's Way where you do a free write, and, you know, like, and if you do that every day for 3 pages, blah, 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 which I'm realizing, like, oh, that's spineless, flavorless, greedy people who can't come up with their own stories, so they got to live yours as well. But anyway, it is supposed to generate your creativity, you know, like, and have you know, put you more into having this, you know, like, more vast creative spark, basically. Anyway, so that's kind of what I found with modern day Artist's Way is memes. Sometimes when you're throwing that shit out in the air into the digital ethers, you know, I challenge you to take a look at what you put out in a different frame of mind. Because 9 times out of 10, all of that you're spewing is actually a message for you. Who are you? That's the mood. That's the mood these people put. I was put in. I went and, did a little parade walk around downtown, asking each person, please, sir, may I have a job? And they're like, no, we've got foreign girls who will sleep with us as well. We can manipulate easier because they don't speak our language. And they bend over just right. And they do their stretches and their squats so they're fit for my small penis. I had a dude. It's like the shit that we let these guys. I mean, like, I'm started like being like, oh my gosh, shouldn't we fucking let these guys get away with? Like, like I had the fucking audacity to have my feelings hurt by this dude who said my pussy was too fucking wide. And I'm a dumbass bitch because I fucking know better than that. And the things that he fucking sleeps with, is a hot dog in a fucking hallway. Like, scared hurt little girl syndrome is real. My buddy Kenji, when we were doing workshops and stuff, look at this shit. Cute. He's fighting the car, like he's pitching in. Thank you, buddy. Yes, I feel like shit about it too. Anyway, Kenji. God bless him. He didn't he didn't know how else to like approach it. And I know the dudes that have yelled at me because I was too far into a deep level of insecurity. And most, middle to upper middle class women are bogged with politically correct language, therapeutic corrections, behavioral therapies, it's just, and he would, in the way that Kenji yells, he would be like, just talk louder, trying to get women to be fully fucking expressive. And I shut that down in the last couple of years because I needed to hear my own voice. I needed to know what was coming out of my mouth was something coming from me rather than what I learned or what somebody was suggesting to me. Like this fucking vulnerability, awareness, in the worst fucking situation I could have ever fucking caught it in. And my emotions were so like, geyser like explosive that I went with it for too long and went inside within to the point where like I started taking out on myself behaviors of others. I'm not comparing myself to cutters, but maybe entertain if you want actually out of that, maybe entertain that, maybe I'm in agreement with taking on behaviors of others that don't belong to me. Right now I'm unraveling the humans need, I mean, like, yeah, I am a primate, and yes, I do need humans, and fucking A, like, I'm crawling, you know, like, I'm, you know, like, sometimes it's all that I can fucking do to maintain compulsive behaviors because of it. And being, you know, faced with myself and having to pay my own rent and my own bills right now is really fucking helpful. And it's really helping me understand what I'm worth. And where my mind will go when I'm not aware of, you know, like, of what lengths people are actually going through to create an income just so they can fucking have some kind of control over their lives by having control over you. I'll tell you what. A year ago, yeah, I would have said it in the exact same way and fucking try to, you know, like, be funny with it. Like, a few months, like, there's some shit in this past year that, you know, like, was said, and, you know, like, I remember the essence of it. And the shit was funny, because at the end of the day, like, none of anything these fucking people do is, I mean, it's serious, but, you know, a few years ago when I had some judgmental words, and let's come back to the parking guy. When I had some judgmental words, I probably wouldn't have said most of what I've said to a person, or, you know, that I really care about. And that's just from being, you know, like, green, caring, you know, made decisions that, you know, and this is through, like, motivational instruction and speaking, you know, like, and doing my best to stay true to my heart and what I thought, you know, like, and it's still, I mean, even though it was stupid, it's still, the lesson is still, like, solid. It's like one of those things where if you trust, it pans itself out. You might look stupid along the way, but it, you know, it pans itself out. And what I've learned with all of this is, even with shit like that, you know, the intentions behind it is probably some, you know, like, fucking in-home person or teacher or somebody who's had one too many fucking heartbreak moment, because that's what they feed off of with a child. So the child comes out within them, and because they felt punished. They felt punished. Somebody's drug addiction, when, you know, like, you know, like, even as an adult, sometimes you go into that where you can't control shit. Like, somebody's addiction to something, you know, like, the language that we have around that shit, it's either like, oh, you're too sick to do anything about it, or you're just fucking punished. Or, you know, like, oh, they don't love me enough. This is somebody proving that they love you and whoever the fuck it is that they're trying to protect. Or so-called protect. I'm just gonna call it out. Call it out. Send that energy back. Because really, if folks were into actually collaborating with me, talking with me, they would find most of their people who validate give you the upper hand. And it's, I mean, like, I've looked at these people, members of these groups, straight in the eye and smiled, and they can't fucking look at me. They look down. They're ashamed of themselves. Rightfully fucking so. I get to make this video. I get to be in the sad sack fucking place that was intended for me to have these realizations and have a perspective. Took a lot of years and a lot of work and a lot of mundane moments. Mundane but self-aware. I swung from one vine to another where, like, my kids was the problem. This guy, you know, like, I had, you know, a group of women don't want to hear how I, you know, like, have to remind myself that this certain relationship was nothing. I'm not a victim of it. Why don't they want to hear it? Well, if I'm not validating that victimization, and if I am spreading around that it's possible for the average housewife, side hoe, and I'm sorry, like, I can't bring myself as a real fucking woman to demean myself to call a woman who, you know, like, where others' intentions are to basically fucking dehumanize her. You know, like, fuck you on your side piece. Fucking crypto fucking language bullshit. Yeah, these bitches piss me off too. What pisses me off even more is the self-righteous, the Me Too movement. And all these fucking bitches are having kids now. Some of you ladies if you're out there and you're seeing this stuff and it's fucking putting you in distress, making you feel fearful, or making you into the average woman hater, thinking, you know, like, or man hater, like, because it goes either way. I've seen women pull, you know, like, you fucking destroy your own ability. That's why, like, we have these bots downtown running businesses or managing businesses that go inside there. I don't care fucking, like, you know, like, how, like, yes, the crackhead lady who fucking wanders around, talks to herself and shit like that, like, yeah, that shit, like, I do draw boundaries with it, but, like, in no way, shape, or form. You know, like, maybe 5 years ago, you know, like, that shit would be, you know, like, and it did. Like, I was thinking I wanted to be, like, a house mom or, you know, like, run some kind of, you know, like, consensual, you know, human trade. I mean, like, I still might get involved with, you know, like, the sex industry in that way. Because, you know, like, some people like being exploited, and that's fine, but right now it's kind of going too far. I got things that are supposed to trigger me or make me feel ashamed and guilty when really it's the motherfucker who won't have a conversation with me. And I'm done feeling bad for those that the universe, you know, and I know those there's like energies in this tech stuff that override the coders. I'm done feeling bad for the ass whooping some sensitive people fucking deserve. You know, fucking throw that word around. Your self-righteous ass. This guy. I should go get some change. What time is it? Anyway. Coming off of like 3 days of, you know, like, God, this is another story. I just gotta start a private page. I have a sense of self-righteousness with the view that I have, and I'm, you know, fighting every day to maintain what I know to be true about my own mind. Shika. I need to get off of this because I noticed I'm addicted to reacting to this shit, and something has to give within my own patterns and personality and behavior. I'm at that place where, you know, like, people are having fun talking shit to each other, and I'm afraid that I'm actually going to be violent or harmful to people. What I notice is people on fentanyl, they don't do any of that because they're fucking dead inside. I feel like I'm on my last little bit of deprogramming, you know, like the stockpile of fucking behavior instruction, you know, like and I'm at the place where, you know, like it's just time to put some stuff into action, you know, whether it be for my own recognition or not. I mean, like, either way, even if it gets out there in a way where the intention, I'm starting to realize, even if I mean, like, most of the shit that I encountered, the intentions were not pro me, but it still worked, and it still brought me to the space I need to be in. And so for the health of my, you know, like my my mind and ego, because you need your ego. You need your ego in this, you know, in this space that you get to design if you so choose to, or if you even know that you can. I'm aware that I can design my own, you know, reality in both the real world and the simulated world. However, like I said, the addiction to what I'm afraid of being holds me from it. And what's really fucking sad about communities as a whole, like, genuine interaction with other human beings. Would have alleviated that a long time ago. And also breaking down and questioning the paradigm of abuse, you know, like domestic violence. I feel like we're kind of on our, you know, like, anyway, I'm done talking about it. The point is I am addicted to feeling bad because it's been, you know, a common thread for a while. It's time to get up, you know, make a solid plan and put something into place. And I just had to do a video on that because I've seen it happen to other people, you know, like, I don't know if it's, you know, like, I think it's intended to be triggering so that I may be a little more comfortable with those cultures and environments, comfortable with people who assume that they have to self-preserve by, you know, like throwing, you know, like I just, some of the, like, I think I go too far in trying to be diplomatic and fair to people. And that, you know, like I just priding myself too much on just being that one fucking person that's being like, I don't know, that reminds me of like elementary school. It's something that I would do as a part of the DARE program. If you dove in further on addictive concepts, you dove in further on that, you know, people who do shit like that are fucking addicted to the addict. And they're gonna be some fiending ass fucking uncomfortable, eat each other up, y'all ain't fucking friends, you ain't family, and you're not fucking loyal. You stab each other in the back for that fucking fix once you have your fucking outcome. And half of you bitches who thought it was okay to do to women and children, oh, I'm sure you were promised what? All kinds of shit. Safety, validation. Fuck how you want, fuck who you want.